Take Podcast with Adam, Alex, and Steph. Welcome, guys. It is Tuesday night again.
Let's fucking go.
All right. We got lots to talk about tonight. We're going to jump into some sequels that should have been made, but were not, and we got robbed of. But before that, we'll talk about some of the things going on in the pop culture world, in our world, whatever. We were talking briefly before this about the Oscars no longer allow AI scripts, AI generated movies into their whole thing. So you cannot be nominated for an Oscar if you use AI generated stuff for your movie. So,
and Adam took the robot side of everything, and he for one welcomes our new AI overlords.
100%. So it's controversial for me to say it, and that's what I was saying. I was like, I don't even know if I want to talk about it on the show, but I think and I actually came to this conclusion listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about it. And technology has always done one major thing, and that's leaped us ahead in our development. So using AI to generate movies will create a competition that will flock writers to having to create new stories and new ideas. We've been retelling the same stories over and over in different ways with different characters. So why do we need humans to write those scripts, right? Let AI write those scripts, but let the humans create the new stories.
Counterpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have been doing those, but those centuries of stories are what AI reads from. They're not creating their own thing. They're just going back to everything else and going, okay, how about this? It's like robot Mad Libs. They're just writing in, adjectives.
Exactly, and that actually is defining my point. Let the AI write the stories we already know, because that's what they can pull. They can't create new stories, at least not yet. But we as humans, with our imaginations, can try to tell new stories. And I think it's refreshing every time you get a very original story, and it's something you don't feel like you've seen over and over. We've brought it up before. There's the 7 main stories that are told. Like every story is a version of those 7 stories. So creating the competition of AI is creating some good movies based on those 7 stories. Great. Well, this writer over here just created the 8th type of story. There's only things we haven't discovered yet. We haven't created yet.
Sure, there's always something.
Mm-hmm.
Marianas Trench probably has at least a couple stories we haven't gotten down there to read on.
Yeah,
and I've been going down these weird YouTube rabbit holes about like lost cities under the oceans, and like how the continents moved, and there's probably some like different things like Atlantis might have been based on something else.
Mm-hmm.
It's great shit when you're high and you're like starting to go to sleep, and you just put your headphones in for YouTube and just sing me to sleep. Weird English voice.
I do love those. That's what draws me into Joe Rogan's podcast. I'm not there for the politics or anything, but when they're telling like the stories about the aliens building pyramids and shit like that, I'm on board. I want to watch that. I'm interested.
You guys find though that your dreams get kind of weird if you watch that stuff right before you go to sleep?
I like a good weird dream. My life is boring sometimes. I'll take a good weird dream.
I love serial killer documentaries and cults and everything like that. So I've noticed when I go to sleep, I have these dreams that are so vivid. Like I'm living what's going on. I had one the other night and I could not wake up. I thought I was in one of these serial killer documentaries. I was not the serial killer, by the way, but I was stalked by one. And I thought to myself, maybe I should stop watching these before I go right to sleep. Maybe I should switch to like some sort of Disney movie so I can be in a musical in my dreams. That would be ideal. I would love to live in a musical.
Yeah. Yeah. Was it Mitch Hedberg said one time? He said, dreams in movies are so funny because they're always like a plot point. They're always trying to progress the movie along. When I have a dream, it's me building a go-kart with my old landlord.
Yeah. Do you guys have like a particular house? Because obviously you grew up together.
Mm-hmm.
Like did you always live in the same house growing up?
Yeah.
No.
Since I was 6. So I don't count anything before that.
We moved when I was 8.
Do you have dreams and you have like past dreams of like one house over another that you like your brain creates as home?
Yes. Mm-hmm. My Schaumburg house, actually, when I get scared at night, I have this visual of our Christmas tree in the front window in our house in Schaumburg, and that's my calming. And
Hmm.
it's very strange. I don't know why it's that. I think there's a picture of it from a long, long time ago, and it calms me down, and then it kind of transports me back there. But that house, when we moved, I really went to the dark side, and I was not happy. It created my abandonment issues. I'm aware of this. Um, but
Let's
what's fun
unpack that.
yeah, it's fine.
Tell
But
me more.
what's funny is that I looked up this house on the MLS the other day, yesterday actually. I wanted to see if it was as magical in my mind as it was on the page. Spoiler alert, it was not. Um, the pictures looked horrible. I'm pretty sure they didn't update it from the time that we lived there. But the lilac bush was still there that
Hmm.
we planted for my dad. Or no,
Hmm.
it was the crab apple tree, right? That's what we planted, I think. It was a tree that we planted for my dad for Father's Day.
I don't remember any
Um,
of that.
it's probably before your time. It was in my glory days of being the only child. Um,
Mm. The salad days of Steph
Yeah.
mhm.
before you
Yeah.
fucking came along with your
Mhm.
Superman goatee.
Ruined everything. Second
Tried to
child,
take
God
him
the
damn.
out.
best.
Tried to take him out, didn't work.
Second child's
Um,
the best child. No,
I was the
not for
second
me.
child, so I agree with that.
Yeah.
but yes,
My
that
first is my
home,
favorite.
that original house is what I called or I think of as like the home, my safe place.
Mhm.
Also, though, our home that our parents still own is extremely haunted. So that's
Somebody called
terrifying.
Patty.
Yeah.
Let's get her on here. Yeah, I'm that way. We had the house that I grew up in Granbury. I will still have dreams about, but my
Mhm.
parents have lived, or until they moved up here, they lived in the one after I got out of high school for like 20 years,
Yeah.
6 years. So shit lived there longer than the other one, but like that one just has these visceral memories to me. Like I'll still have dreams of sitting on this incredibly steep driveway that we had with just all my friends, going to the soda fridge in the garage and sitting there and talking about who the cutest girls were.
Yeah. I remember our old house. I remember the layout of it. I remember the exact
Mhm.
layout. The color schemes and the wallpapers and stuff are just like made up in my mind to fill in the space, which is like a crazy thing our minds can do.
Sure. Your brain does that. Yeah.
Right. It's combined things from all over. Like if I went back and looked at it, I'd be like, that's not at all what I picture. But the layout,
Hmm.
I know I have 100% down. I remember what our backyard looks like. We had that big stump.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah, where I had our swing set. It was had blue and red stripes and on silver. Like it's
Ooh.
weird. Like I remember all that, and I couldn't have been more than 4 or 5 years old. So,
You were a prodigy at memorizing things.
dude, I have a terrible memory now. Can't remember anything.
That is terrible news for this podcast.
Yes.
It's just like half of what we talk about is like the Chris Farley show. Is remember
Yeah.
remember this?
Yeah.
Remember this movie? It
That's
was
the only
cool.
thing. That's the only thing I ever retain. Pop culture. That's why we're here. It's all I can ever think about. It's how I relate everything in my life.
Yeah. So what else is in the news today? Pop culture. What else we got?
Oh, the Evil Dead Burn full trailer release. It's like 2.5 minutes of just insanity and gore. It's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm ready for that movie. So ready for it. July 10th, I believe it comes out. So I'll have to see it after I get back from Missouri. But
Missouri.
it looks creepy as hell, and like they didn't hold back. So I'm kind of excited for it. It reminds me a lot of or it's very reminiscent of Evil Dead Rise that came out a couple years ago. I know you said you tried to watch that. Did you make it through?
No, I didn't. I actually. It's just it's. It seemed like blood for the sake of blood,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't really care for many of the characters. I mean, to be fair though, for me horror needs to be very like come at me from a direct angle. Come at me with an It Follows
Mm-hmm.
or Weapons. Outside of that, like even like the first like Nightmare on Elm Street, that the fucking dude comes at you in your dreams. How you stop that? You got to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know.
No, I agree. I agree. I think maybe it's just because I'm a huge Evil Dead fan. That like I like what they did with it because it was different than Evil Dead, but within the same universe and still had kind of the same feel. Like I kind of mentioned last time, it maybe 2 episodes ago, whatever it was. it's stories within this universe where there's not really a, you know, a supernatural hero, I guess I would call Ash. But so you kind of take the comedy out of what Evil Dead was, and you've now inserted, and it's just a straight up horror movie. And it makes it a little bit of fun. And Lee Cronin, I think, does a great job. Did they go over the top with some of the scenes? Like they wanted to make you cringe for sure. The cheese grater, fuck that. No. Anytime a cheese grater is used as a weapon, it bothers
Nope.
me.
Nope.
It is like it's become like one of my worst fears. But it was Evil Dead was always kind of a gory movie, but it wasn't gory in the way like it to me anyways. It's not gory in the way like Hostel was gory or The
Yeah.
Terrifier is gory.
What
Like
is it called? Like torture porn.
gore porn. Yeah, it's terrible. I actually watched the first 3 Hostel movies. I didn't think they were that bad, but like I don't have a stomach for it anymore. I just can't. I can't with it.
Mm.
It's because now they're all trying to top each other and it's just getting worse and worse and it's over the top. But you know,
You know what does it for me? When a character is embarrassed in public. I cannot watch that. Like, most things I'll watch, but, like, the cheese grater I didn't like, but, like, if just, like, a character is, like, on stage and forgets their lines in school play, or they're
mm,
just getting mocked mercilessly, I turn that shit off.
So
yep.
you've never watched a Paul Rudd movie?
I was gonna say, I was like, have you seen the episode of The
I
Office with Scott's Tots?
I have once, twice maybe, but, that's one of the ones. I cannot there's a lot of Michael Scott I don't like cringe.
Yeah,
It's one of the reasons I don't like, what is it? What's the Larry David thing? Curb Your Enthusiasm.
yeah,
I respect the shit out of a well improvised show, but I just like, oh god, awkward situation. Get me the fuck out of here. I don't want this. I don't find this funny.
yeah. I like it, but yes, I do cringe. Scott's Tots. They said that's one of like the hardest episodes of TV to watch because it's
Hmm.
so uncomfortable. And if you're listening and you haven't seen The Office, you don't know the premise. Basically, Michael Scott um, promised all these inner city kids that he would pay for their college when they graduated high school. If they graduated high school and everything, and he shows up and he forgot he made that promise, and they were all graduating and all thought he was going to pay for their college, and he has to basically tell
Hmm.
them, "I can't do that for you." And it's the most
Hmm.
awkward thing you've ever seen in your life. It is so beautifully acted by Steve Carell, though, and the entire cast. It was intended to make you feel very uncomfortable, and it achieved its job.
There were
Yeah.
many moments in that show. I think The Office, to me, The Office is one of the greatest shows ever made. I love The Office,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we've said before it probably would not hold up in today's world if it were created, but maybe it would because everyone's kind of like, you know what, just fuck it, let's let it go. But there were so many moments watching Michael Scott as his character, and you're like, oh, you don't do that. Please make it stop. Please make it stop.
Yeah.
But that was the beauty of the show, right? You're like,
Yeah.
it's like the
But
train wreck. You got to keep watching.
but you also knew where his heart was.
Yes.
In
Like, shitty people that do cringy bad things don't hold up.
Right.
Good people that do them, you're like, okay, well, there was the time and they were silly and they were swinging for the fences. Like
Hmm.
something about Mary. You
Mhm.
watch that movie nowadays and you're just like, good God, they're going hard on the mentally handicapped kid.
Mhm.
But you also are like, oh, well, that kid was the fucking hero.
He
He
was
was
the
the one who
hero.
who who let Mary know that Ben Stiller was good. He
Hmm.
went hard and he just played it. He was not made fun of. The only people that made fun of him were the obvious villains.
Well, and the first season of The Office is incredibly different than the rest of The Office
Mm-hmm.
because they had kind of planned him to be like this kind of asshole boss,
But
but
that was
then
the Ricky Gervais character.
right, and then season 2 they turned it all around, and he was like just kind of this incompetent boss with a heart of gold. Like he always had good intentions, and you can tell the feeling that you get watching season 1 and then watching season 2 is different. Like you said, he was I don't want to say he was a villain in the first one, but he wasn't like that good guy that you kind of cared about and felt for.
Yeah.
And so like the things he did didn't bother you. You were
He
just
was
like,
unsympathetic.
mhm,
Yes.
yeah. And I mean
Like,
that show has so many great moments and that make you feel. And there's times where you want to cry for the guy.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
know,
his relationship search mattered for as goofy as he was. Like when he finally found Holly,
Oh
I was
my
so
god.
happy.
That
hmm
proposal, I cry every time I watch it because even though it's super nerdy and, I don't like Star Wars, I was like, that was cute.
yeah,
It was pretty cute. It was very cute. Um, Speaking of like upcoming stuff and pop culture to talk about, so Sunday is Mother's Day.
Yes.
mm.
Do you have any like Mount Rushmore? And we should think of another analogy for that instead of Mount Rushmore. Are there any other groupings of four iconic things?
4 iconic things. I don't know.
No. See, this is the problem. I'll start on a tangent
The
and then I'll get
Four
off on a side
Horsemen.
tangent. Ooh, the four horsemen of that. Okay. I like it.
I feel like that would be
So
like
what
the bad movies,
Like,
though,
yeah,
right?
that's like an
That'd be
apocalypse,
like the
isn't it?
bad
okay.
movies.
All right.
Like, what
Who's
are the
playing
four worst
pestilence?
movies? Is like that. We'll stick
Well,
with
okay, well,
Rushmore.
what's your Rushmore? To be continued. We're gonna put it in a little thing, making and marking a clip. We will figure this out.
We will.
Mom movies.
Oh, mom movies.
Oh, stepmom.
Great
Stepmom,
movie.
Julia Roberts.
I That's one that I cry at every time. Julia Roberts, Susan Sarandon, and like their whole relationship. And when Susan Sarandon was, going through her stuff and she was like, just take care of my babies. And she made the little blanket and like you could see them coming together. That was very touching because it was almost like she was passing the torch. And Julia Roberts was like, no, I don't want it. I want you to stay here. And in the beginning, they start off as like enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just build that relationship. She's like, I have to come to terms that you're going to be the mom. So I'm going to teach you everything I know. Um, so yeah, that one, see, I'm like kind of
That's a
tearing
good
up thinking
choice.
about it.
Cry it out. Adam, you
Yeah.
got one?
Aliens.
What?
Okay, I can't argue with it.
No.
Sigourney Weaver takes on the maternal role for Newt.
Yep. She takes on the maternal role for Newt. She's basically her adopted daughter. They fucked it all up in Alien 3, but another story for another time. But in Aliens, she takes this kid and she, who's been surviving with literal monsters running around, trying to find her and eat her. And she like takes her in. She saves her life multiple times. You could tell like there's a mother's love for her, and leads to the greatest line ever. Get away from her,
Get
you
away from her,
bitch.
you bitch.
It's wonderful, wonderful. But yeah,
Oh, never mind. I
what?
thought because
Do you have a sec?
In Harry Potter, in the final movie, Mrs. Weasley says that to Bellatrix. She goes, but
That's
she said,
correct. She
"Not my
does.
daughter, you
You
bitch."
bitch. It
And
Hmm.
fucks
I
her
think
up.
one of the most powerful I think one of the
Mm-hmm.
most powerful scenes out of all 7 of those movies.
Harry Potter has a couple of those just like absolute stake to the hearts. That one,
Mhm.
and then when God, who's Pattinson's character?
Harry Potter?
No,
Oh,
Robert
Cedric
Pattinson.
Cedric Diggory.
Said when he dies and his father is just like,
Yes.
"No, my boy."
Yeah.
That's
There
Yeah.
were a lot of great moments. I think our sister sent me something the other day. She's like, "The first movie in Harry Potter, they're all frolicking and it's all happy and blah, 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 blah." And then you go on and it's like, "Dun, dun, dun." You just turn dark and you're like,
mhm.
"What?" But all those books were actually very dark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. From the first one. I mean, yeah, it was a children's book, but there were themes behind the themes. But it also that it mirrored your childhood.
Yeah.
When you're young, and I'm looking up here because I've got them all up here.
Mhm.
When you're young, you're just searching for sorcerer's stones, and then you get a little older, you're learning about chambers of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get older, you meet somebody, you're not sure if you like him or not. They're the half-blood prince.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point, just the world fucking ends, and you get kicked out of school.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
I'm very excited to see what they do for the series because they're gonna be more true to the books because a lot of the books were left out. Adam, I don't think you've even watched Harry Potter, right?
I haven't watched it. I haven't read the books.
Yeah. I know that
I know.
face, Alex. It's surprising.
I
I
know.
don't like it. I don't like what you just said to me.
It's a blind
We
spot.
share so much.
I know. It's a huge blind spot for me. Did you know though that those books are a ripoff off a Neil Gaiman book?
Oh God, here we go.
Which
Yeah,
one?
I'm trying to remember the name of it, but the cover is basically the same, except that instead of riding a broom, he's riding a skateboard, but there's still an owl that takes him away to a wizard school. And it was written years before Harry Potter was written. I'll send you a
Well,
picture of it. You'll see it, and it's crazy.
all right. I'm
Don't
intrigued.
send him down that rabbit hole. We went over this before.
Yep.
You guys, back to mothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your
Speaking
movie?
of speaking of mothers, I just got off of yours.
Oh, God.
What's your movie? What's your mom
The
movie?
Family Stone.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Diane Keaton.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, speaking of that movie, first of all, Family Stone's brilliant. I love it. It's beautiful. It's tonally all over the place
Yes.
because it's silly comedy. Sarah Jessica Parker's a goofball fish out of water. It's heartwarming family, and then it's just kind of like sad drama.
Yeah.
But in the most beautiful way.
Mhm.
I saw something today. We're considering a sequel for The Family Stone.
Oh.
Mhm.
Interesting. Now, Sarah Jessica
No idea.
Parker, horrible in that movie. I hated her. She made me cringe.
How so? The way she added her attitude, or the way she dressed?
I think the attitude of, like, I know she was trying to fit in, but she was this New Yorker coming in, and like the rest of the family is just like super chill, and she's like trying to do too much. And I get it. Like, she's weird. But then her calling her sister. And so this is where I'm confused with the Family Stone, right? So she's banging Everett,
Mhm.
then falls for the brother,
Very charming brother.
and then Everett falls for her sister,
Mhm.
and she's banging the brother. It's like, so Sarah Jessica Parker had both brothers, and both brothers had her, but then the one's dating the sister. So I don't know. It just, incest is not the best.
No.
Yeah, it's a good movie, and Diane Keaton's fucking brilliant. R.I.P.
I know.
Yeah.
Craig T. Nelson is the father.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep.
That
Yeah.
was a solid movie. Honorable mention goes to Freaky Friday.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
That's a great movie.
good one.
All out for both of them. I still have not seen the third one.
yeah. So another honorable mention, Mother of the Year, the mom from Gremlins. That lady
Okay,
was a
Adam's going off in a
badass.
whole
No,
different
no, no.
route.
Yeah,
Listen
I
to me.
agree with Stephanie on this one. You're going
on.
into characters. I'm talking about themes of movies or
Yeah.
mothers.
Okay, well, I'm just
I
giving
allowed aliens because it was clever.
Listen, we're talking about moms for Mother's Day. The mom from Gremlins was the biggest badass in that movie. She took down 3 gremlins, hand-to-hand combat, threw one in a microwave, stabbed one to death, I think turned a blender on another one. She took out 3 and fought and lived against Stripe.
He was the biggest. Yeah.
Everybody else in town is running away from them. You don't see anybody else get any kills on the Gremlins except for her son when he blows up a movie theater. But she took down 3 of those motherfuckers, not knowing what she was up against, like Vietnam style, wiped those motherfuckers out. So she gets a mention for being the badass mom that she is.
I'm gonna give my honorable mention to Steel Magnolias. I went there. I did it.
Explain.
So we're just going to cry.
Yes.
You've seen Steel Magnolias, right?
Yeah,
Adam?
I've seen it. I'm saying explain. Explain why you feel that is the best honorable mention.
Well, I realistically could be the better one. Sally Field. She only wants what's best for her daughter. I mean, listen, the South is a completely different frame of mind, and you want your daughter to get married, especially in that time frame, right? Like, you want your daughter to get married and be taken care of and have babies and everything. And Sally Field was like, "Don't have babies. Like, yes, be happy, but because of the diet, Julia Roberts being diabetic, she was trying to take care of her." And then, like, I don't know, that scene where they're in the hospital and I don't even want to talk about it. Alex, help me out here. Help me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're dealing with the themes of not just motherhood, but like sisterhood and women's relationships with each other. And yeah, it gets into the Sally Field character and her daughter. And yeah, I don't know.
It's all
I
the
see it.
aunties too. It's like, yeah, I think you said it right. The
It's a lot
sisterhood.
of
So
estrogen.
it is a lot of
It's a
estrogen,
lot of estrogen.
but they all played their part.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what a lot of like I'm an aunt, right? I'm not a mom. And I feel like I bring a different level to my nieces and nephews, and I help teach them things that their parents, might not, or I'll be the one that they come to talk to about things. Like, I'm seeing all these reels because I did not have kids and I wanted kids, but they're like, the aunt is one of the most important people in their kids' lives, because we're the ones that are actually going to help them when they can't
Sure.
talk to their parents. And like, we're the not to like to my own horn. We're like the unsung heroes. It's like we do all of the things and have all those same emotions, but we don't really get the satisfaction of helping raise, or like raising our own kids. It's something that, I think a lot of people too, and I'm going really deep into this because I've been thinking about it a lot. I think it's something that a lot of people don't recognize is those of us who were not able to have kids,
Mhm.
but we're still there for everybody else's. And you don't get the recognition. You don't get the thanks. You don't, and we don't want that, but it's something that people forget about. So
It's
I
a
feel like
listen,
that's something
I agree
Steel
with you.
Magnolias does.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and it's a very important part that you play. I know my daughter, when she loves to listen to this podcast, and she calls it the Adam and Steffi show. She's
Sorry,
ign-
Oh,
Alex.
so
she's
she fucking hates me.
she's acknowledged
What's
your
your daughter's name?
existence, Reagan.
Reagan. Listen, I'm cool. I'm cool. I know I'm not your cool Aunt Steph. You're not going to grow up and ask me what jeans to wear, but I'm cool. I've read Harry Potter. Fucking dad hasn't. Okay. Bleep
she
that part out.
she's recognized that you exist on the show, though. She's like, oh, which one? She's like, is that Alex? I'm like, yeah, that's Alex. So she's
Nice.
recognized you on the show now.
I'm moving up in the ranks.
So yeah, but there was an episode that me and you just did. Alex, Steph wasn't on it, and
Superman episode. It was a good
y-
one.
right, and we started listening to it, and she went, "Where's?" She's like, "Where's Aunt Steffi?" And I said, "Well, she wasn't on this episode," and she was like, "Oh, I don't want to listen anymore." I'm like, "Okay."
Reagan, my little pumpkin, I love you more and more every day.
Rude.
Yeah,
Rude.
I hope
Speaking
she
of
hears
things
that.
speaking of things that show up when you don't expect them, sequels.
yes.
Yes.
Let's talk sequels. Who wants to go first?
Segue.
I'll let you guys go. I just had a long diatribe about my shortcomings. So go for it.
You know what? I've got a few that I would like to talk about. I'll go first.
Throw one against the wall.
I want to talk about the sequel that was talked about but never done because the actors aged out, and that was the Vega brothers, from Quentin Tarantino. So Vincent Vega from Pulp Fiction, and which one was he? I
Talking
can't
about
remember.
Michael Madsen.
Michael Madsen's
and-
character. I can't remember his name, but him and Vincent Vega, they're brothers in the Tarantino universe. And Tarantino always wanted to do a movie with the two of them where it was their life as bank robbers. It would
Vic?
technically be.
Was he Vic in Reservoir Dogs?
He could, maybe. I forget exactly who he was, but in any case, I'll have to look it up later.
This is why we need a producer, someone on the sidelines.
To be typing. Jamie, look it up.
Reagan, Aunt Steffi needs an answer.
Yeah. So, but Tarantino always wanted to do it about like them basically. He was going to make it a heist movie, and the two of them were at the center of it as kind of the sociopaths that they are. And it would have been so good. But I mean, he talked about it years and years later, and he's like, well, everybody's too old now. He's like, to try to make everybody look young was too much. And unfortunately, Michael Madsen passed away several years ago. So, there's not really a way for them to do that, but it was such an interesting idea. I would have watched it. I would have loved it. And it would have just been, I thought it would be fun. I thought it'd be fun. And I'm kind of disappointed that we never got to see that.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. I like it. I've got a weird one.
Oh, let's hear it.
L.A. Confidential.
They made a sequel.
Okay.
They did not.
The Black Dahlia.
That's not a sequel. It's just written by the same guy, isn't it?
It's in the same universe. It's not, doesn't have the same characters.
But the Black Dahlia is based on real events.
Yeah. Couple of characters crossed over, but the Black Dahlia was within the same universe as LA Confidential.
No shiitake.
Uh-huh.
I mushroom the other way. Come on. Wow.
I just ruined your whole one.
I've never seen the Black Dahlia. I mean, I knew about it because I know the
Fantastic.
story and all that kind of stuff. I love that old school Hollywood. Did you see that Brad
Noir.
Pitt and actually that's even older Hollywood doesn't matter. Yeah, but I love the noir. I loved LA Confidential, and I wanted to see because it's based on a big ass book with a bunch of stories, and they just took like 5 or 6 of them and built them into
5 or
LA
6.
Confidential.
I love when your Texas accent comes out every now and then.
It's the eyes that do it to me. It is always
5.
the eyes.
I
5
got
or 6
5
of them.
on it. I got
I did.
5
I
on it.
got 5 on it.
It's okay. Everyone tells me I have a Minnesota accent, so
I didn't
might
know
be
LA
fun.
Confidential was a book. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. I want to say Elmore Leonard, and you're going to yell at me for my loud keystrokes, but kiss my chubby mustachioed ass. I'm going to L.A. Confidential until Reagan gets off her butt and helps us out.
Right.
Writer.
I got a couple.
James Elroy.
James Elroy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel like I just ruined yours, and I apologize. I should have just let it go and told you afterwards. But
Fucking, what are we doing here? What are we doing? We're talking about shit.
But yeah, no.
Steph, what did you say?
Watch
I
Black
have
Dahlia and Josh
5.
Hartnett. It's great.
All right. Read the entire Harry Potter series, you fucking bastard.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
read it.
You
I'll watch the
bastards!
movies. I'll watch the movies.
I'm excited to teach my niece and nephews about Harry Potter.
I got them all for you right here, Bubba.
I think Reagan is now at the age that she is ready and she loves witches as much as I do. So I think it's time. And I will take her for a night, and this is what we will do.
Are
How
you going
old
to
is
read
she?
it?
Did you say?
She's 5.
That's way too young for Harry
No,
Potter.
it's not.
You have to be at least Harry Potter's age to read it. I'm calling 11.
I'm not having her read
12.
it. I'm going to never watch the movies.
No, that's different.
Yeah.
But still,
no. Have her read it first. Do it the right way.
Good luck getting that little ADD monster to sit and watch a movie with you.
Adam,
Steffi
please be
says
quiet.
it.
Steph and I are deciding how to raise your child.
Yes. This is our lot in life, okay?
Yeah, we ain't having kids.
Uh-huh.
So you
we're
got to
gonna
raise
raise
mine.
yours.
You're going to raise mine.
Mhm.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
And Auntie Steph will teach him some things. Uncle Alex teach him how to create a gravity bong. Hey kids, you know what knife hits are? You take these and you put them into the
Oh my God.
stovetop.
Oh my God.
You think AI is going to start selling drugs to our kids eventually? It's taking over every job.
Sure, why
It's
not?
the only logical path.
I don't know how, but I don't know though. I mean, did AI create 22 Jump Street with the little tabs? Remember? That was all like computer generated, wasn't it? Like all the little drugs. They had the little tabs. You put them in your mouth, like kind of
Sure,
like
yeah, I
acid.
remember. That's one of the fun scenes where they're going fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
And he was having a bad trip.
Channing
Sorry,
Tatum's
sorry.
having
We're
a
just
great.
fucking.
Oh,
If
yeah.
this were a train track, we would be a spaghetti strike. What do
As
you?
always.
Yes.
Go with your
Okay,
stuff.
So the first one I'm going to talk about is Lizzie McGuire. Lizzie McGuire, the sequel, and I can't claim this idea necessarily. I was working at the bar on Friday, and one of our guests, Mari, she brought it up, and I said, "That's a great idea." And she's like, "Yeah, you have Miss Ungermeyer take Lizzie's kids. Lizzie and Gordo met and had kids, and take Lizzie's kids to Germany." Not Rome, where Lizzie fell in love and became a pop star overnight with her Italian boyfriend who was a liar.
That guy. I didn't
That
trust him
guy.
from the get go. Right from the beginning.
No, but they did have a great song, and it's actually trending right now on Instagram. But anyway, have Miss Ungermeyer take Lizzie's kids to Germany, and let's just see what unfolds out there. You're not falling in love out there, I'll tell you what. But just
Not
kind of
Germany,
like
no.
I'm picturing it in my head, and I'm just seeing her being like 9, just yelling.
German girls are
You got a
beautiful.
lot of characters in Lizzie that I would like to have seen mature and see where they went.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I know Hilary Duff was trying to get like a more modern Lizzie McGuire,
Right.
like reboot kind of thing, but it
Right.
didn't go through.
Right.
That would have been great. I love adult Lizzie McGuire. That's
Hilary Duff.
fun.
Yeah.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Did you ever see Younger with her in it? It's a good show. This woman who's in her, I want to say early 40s, but still looks young. life starting over. She's got a kid, goes back and works at like a fashion magazine and tells everybody she's like 26. And that's like the premise of the first couple seasons is she
Mhm.
has this big secret trying to act younger.
Hmm.
And Hilary Duff plays her coworker, and she's a lovely looking young woman.
She
Hilary
was
Duff, I think Alex has a crush on you.
Oh, I 100% do.
who doesn't?
Huh, agreed.
So they
People with
tried to
bad taste.
yeah, well they tried to redo How I Met Your Mother. They did How I Met Your Father, which was on Hulu for
Mhm.
2 seasons, and she was on that
Yeah,
along
I
with
remember
Kim
that.
Cattrall. The problem the problem with that show was it seemed like they were just trying to use buzzwords that like I don't want to say millennials, Gen Z uses. Like, it became her adventures on Tinder to find the perfect
Mhm.
person. And
Yeah.
like, there was
It was
like,
just a shitty sitcom as opposed to being groundbreaking like How I Met Your Mother was.
yeah, they were just trying to find like bringing all the technology into it. And like, it really felt like somebody Googled, what do the kids say nowadays? And just
Mhm.
found ways to like you say, Mad Libs, the script and say, okay,
Mhm.
this goes
Sure.
here, this goes here. And that's how I felt the whole show was. I watched maybe 4 or 5 episodes and was like, I can't get into it. I'm just not that interested.
Yeah, How I Met Your Mother created things.
Mhm.
It's the smart writing and the whole Barney arcs of him just like the bro code and everything. They created that. Whereas I think the newer one just tried, like you said, just, okay, like me before show, what is trending to talk about?
Yeah. It's like
Mhm.
joke, 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 and it's like,
So Lizzie McGuire sequel.
yeah,
Okay, that's a good
I
choice.
have a
it's a good
couple
one.
weird ones when we come back.
Bring it on. We're only
Okay.
at 36 minutes, Bubba. We got a ways to go.
All right. So, Saltburn. I think they should make a
The
sequel to Saltburn.
superhero kid one?
No.
No, that was Brightburn.
Oh, okay.
Good one
Saltburn,
though.
um, Jacob Elordi.
I don't think I've seen this one.
Yes, you have.
Saltburn.
Saltburn, he's fucking the grave and he's licking the bathtub and all right.
This does not sound
What's the
familiar.
premise? What's the
It's
plot of
about this
Saltburn?
Tell me what
kid.
this is.
It's about this kid. He's in the UK. He's poor and this family takes him
I do
into their
not like the way you said poor. It's very condescending.
Poor. So
their
Poor. Look at this
sorry.
poor boy
Poor
there.
man.
I was at the Ritz all day, sorry.
Mm.
Anyway, so they take him to their mansion in the country for the summer and like he's basically living this lush life. Well, I don't want to give it away because if you guys haven't seen it, there's a lot of twists and turns.
I
So
have
I'm
not
gonna
seen this.
I
I'm
swear
look
to God, Adam, you have.
I looked it up. I have not seen this.
Okay, here's your homework. I'm gonna stop talking about it. We'll discuss it next week. Saltburn. It won a
You
shit ton of awards too.
you wanted us to watch it. I remember you told me and Rick you wanted us to watch
Rick
it, and we
watched
showed up.
it.
Well, I showed up the next week and was like, I didn't watch it.
Okay, so you two watch it this week. We'll revisit this conversation. I guess I'll move on to my other weird one. So remember Dazed and Confused?
But hold on, real quick. Going back to Saltburn, that came out in 2023. Like, I feel like you can't put that in like sequels we never got yet because that's still like
3 years.
close enough that you could
Mm,
have gotten a sequel. That we
I-
can still get a sequel. You know what I mean? It's a
Okay, but
sequel you
still, can you
want to
just
see.
watch it? I need you to watch it. Just can you
Listen,
do
if
that?
this
As the
was just
head
to
in
push,
between the heads, yes, Steph, we should watch it. Yes, Adam, you're right.
You're
But dude, you also picked what was your mom movie? What was your second mom movie?
you're
Gremlins.
The one
pointing
that
at
was
me. You know that.
stretchier. Is that
You're
true?
yeah. There
Yeah.
you
See,
go.
now you're over here from me.
Oh,
Oh,
weird.
yeah,
Very weird. But then again, I'm reversed, and when I see myself,
Mm.
yeah.
sorry if you're watching us on YouTube, this is hilarious. If you're just listening to us, you are hitting the little 15-second thing or
Yes, you have
listening
no
to us
idea
at
what we're talking about.
1.5.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
can we discuss Dazed and Confused,
great movie.
but in the 80s? So it would probably be attentive and because it's cocaine. So I'm thinking.
Didn't we talk about this last week? There is a sequel,
So Dazed and
a
Confused?
spiritual sequel. Same director, Richard Linklater did it. It's called Everybody Wants Some. And it's in the 80s, early
You did
80s,
bring that up.
and they're all baseball players in college. Just going around. Dude, you'd like it. If you like Dazed and Confused, it's the same fucking thing.
All right,
Bunch of
moving
good-looking
on.
young kids doing the thing. Man, we're learning about all kinds of sequels today.
Interview with a Vampire. Was there a sequel to that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Queen of the Damned.
All right, I got one last one.
Star Wars.
This segment should have been called Better Sequels We Could Have Gotten.
Yeah.
This
Queen of
one
the
is.
Damned did suck, even though it did have Aaliyah in it.
It was not that good.
I didn't
Book
see
was
it
good.
clearly. I did not know that was with Interview with a Vampire because it was so well done.
Well, technically, that's the third book. It's Interview with a Vampire, The Vampire Lestat, and then Queen of the Damned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for yelling.
What about? I haven't thought this one through, so I'm sure you guys are going to come at me. Cabin in the Woods.
That's a good fucking call.
Okay. I don't know. This is a long explanation, but it exists within the Joss Whedon verse, and there's a very good possibility, while not having been said outright, that Firefly is what happened after Cabin in the Woods.
I did not see Firefly, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Alex is saying this is a stretch.
It is okay. It's a stretch.
Calling you for Charade's partner next time.
It's a stretch because it's never been outright said, but in Firefly, they talk about how all the humans had to leave Earth because of an apocalyptic whatever that happened, which is what happens at the end of Cabin in the Woods. So it's hypothesized, because they're both made by Joss Whedon, that when the planet was destroyed, that group of humans that had their backup plan in case they failed at keeping the demon down escaped on a ship to outer space. And thousands of years later, which is when Firefly takes place, humans have resettled across the galaxy at other planets. The Earth was basically left uninhabitable, blah, blah, blah. It is, if you look it up, there's like crazy connections to it. But there's even crazy connections to Cabin in the Woods and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Dollhouse, et cetera, et cetera. Like
same director, same writers. Yeah,
right.
I see what you're saying. It's a stretch. No, I'm not going to allow it.
Thank you.
I vote
That's fine. Don't allow it.
This.
I'm saying look into it. I've just opened your minds to something that is a whole universe of ideas.
What I was thinking is that they chose, you choose your death in the Cabin in the Woods. If you guys have not seen this movie, you really should. It's actually one of my favorites.
Great horror movie.
Actually, might watch that tonight. Probably after I say I shouldn't watch things before I go to sleep.
Original.
Yeah, original. Yes. So I feel like they could have made another one where where the two survivors come back together, but they have to keep the legacy going for some reason, and then they have to continue to kind of feed the monsters, feed the gods.
If the ending hadn't happened, if they can find a way to retcon the actual fucking
God,
Cthulhu or whatever god coming up, then I'm 100% on board, because the introduction of all those different monsters was the coolest part of that movie by far.
Yes.
The elevators opening, greatest scene in movie history, and they've tried to replicate it a couple of times, but nothing has impacted.
I just wanted to see a mermaid.
Yeah, but then I'm sorry, go on.
I was going to say, if they found a way to prequel it, I think that would be something that works.
Okay.
I think we should accept that, a prequel would work. Okay, ooh, fucking fun. I think my gummy's kicking in.
Well, real quick, one last thing about that. So Joss Whedon was asked if he would ever make a sequel to Cabin in the Woods, and his response to that every time is, "Did you see the end of that movie?"
Fair. Well, then that leads me to, will we accept for this exercise prequels or interquels? Like, maybe there's a movie where something like Interstellar, there's a lot of shit that happened off screen in Interstellar.
Okay.
I could make a whole movie out of that.
Happening at the same time is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think you could put that in there. Did you make
like
up the word
interquels?
Did you make that up?
I mean, I guess I just kind of fucking
copyright.
I like it.
Right. That you're the smart ones here. You get the copyright, and we'll split the money 3 ways.
Yeah.
So you're talking like a universe within a universe.
Yeah, or like, okay, so Dazed and Confused.
Yes.
the storyline follows all of those main characters as they're doing their thing. But there were ancillary characters that really only walked through a scene,
Okay.
had a couple of lines. Maybe the next movie follows like that one guy's storyline that night
Mm.
instead of, this. Maybe there's the fight that happens in the back room and the party at the moon tower, but it's their party. They're interquels.
Yeah.
Okay. So like super bad. There were
Not really, because that's eh, I know
like
exactly what you're saying, Alex. You're saying that like this character in the background who has nothing to do with this particular thing that's going on right now, but exists. They make another movie about his night on during that same timeline of stories.
Yes.
so okay, I feel like this has been done a little bit more with like Love. I don't know who the director is. Love Actually, Mother's Day,
Sure,
Valentine's
that's an
Day.
amalgam of different stories
So
Yeah,
all
and they all
mixed
come
together.
together.
so that's called
Like
a
Yeah,
Crash.
Rashomon. That's called a Rashomon.
that's fun.
Mhm.
That's a fun word.
It's
Give
a
us
fun
give us
word.
give us a little thing. Say that. We'll cut this for the socials. What's a
Rashomon.
Rashomon,
What's a
Adam?
So a Rashomon is the same story told from different points of view from different characters. Um, so Love Actually is one, Crash is one, Pulp Fiction is one. Um, so they're all different stories that are all connected. So it can be done in a couple of different ways. One is that everybody's telling their own story. Another one is everyone's telling their version of the same story. So think, for instance, I'm trying to think of one that we can all relate to. Supernatural, the first one with the trickster. Okay. So
Okay.
when Sam and Dean are both telling their versions of the stories, they exaggerate certain parts of that story because that's their
Sure.
version of it, right?
Sure.
Dean stuffing his mouth full of chocolates, Sam getting all emotional and hugging people. So that's a Rashomon. So
Okay.
it's them telling the story from their own point of view and exaggerating different things. Another example is Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the one where they're trying to figure out how Dee got pregnant.
Hmm.
So they're all telling their story, and in it, they're all the hero. But
Sure.
then when
As we
somebody
all
else
are.
tells the story, they're the slob or they're drunk or whatever. So, but that's basically what it is. So it's a story just kind of told. It's essentially the same story told from different points of view, or like the same day told from different points of view.
Nice.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
Mhm.
Okay. So if we can do an interquel or a prequel of anything, what would you like to know what happened before on
Oh, let's see.
last week on?
Mm.
I'm trying to think of like what kind of interquel I would like to see.
I got one.
Yeah.
Go.
Driver.
Never saw
Not
that.
Driver. I'm sorry. Baby Driver.
Baby Driver. Okay. I was like, I've
I
seen
would
Baby
like to
Driver.
hear. I would like to see a little bit more about that character
Hmm.
because I feel like that movie changed that character. So give it to me, like how he got to that point.
Okay. I've got one, and I'm going to go back to Quentin Tarantino. I want to know about Steve Buscemi's what happened to him after the bank heist. Between the
That's
bank
an
heist,
interquel.
yes,
Nice.
between the bank heist and getting to the warehouse with Michael Madsen and I'm drawing a blank on his name, but
Mr. Pink.
yes. So yeah, well, Mr. Pink was Steve Buscemi. No, Mr. Brown was Steve Buscemi. But in any case, I would love to see that story because there's a good section of time after the bank heist and between when he shows up at the warehouse, and I want to know what happened to him in those times. Like, was there a giant police chase like looking for him? Was he hiding in a sewer? I want to see that story.
He captured a cop.
Mm-hmm. I yes, I want to see that story. What happened? So
That's a solid one.
yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it. What about Mean Girls? About what was happening in the life of the teacher,
Yes.
um
Tina
the Tina
Fey.
Fey character? She was doing shit, and that character was probably pretty funny. She mentioned that she was going through a divorce. Tim Meadows was spitting a little game at her, so maybe there
She
was
was
that back and
she
forth.
was a
Maybe
bartender.
she was a bartender. Very good call.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Struggling to make ends meet. I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it too. I'm surprised Tina Fey didn't do something like that.
She's goddamn smart enough to do it.
She is. She's brilliant. She's so
Fuck her, bro.
talented.
You know what?
Second City,
Fucking
baby.
funny.
Lisa Kudrow in Neighbors. I want to know her
Oh,
story.
yes.
I
Yes.
I would love to know her story because and how she got to that position because she was one of the
Yes.
funniest parts of that movie, and she's only in it for a tiny bit.
Adam,
Wasn't
But
how many
Neighbors the
ti
one with Seth Rogen
yeah,
living next to
Yes.
Zac Efron?
yep,
Yes.
Who was Lisa Kudrow?
she
She
was
was
the
the
dean.
dean. And
Of the
Adam and
college?
I yes,
Yeah,
Adam and I, there was, like, one scene, I think we rewound it, like, probably 20 times in a row, no joke,
so
and I
funny.
just kept we were crying, hysterically laughing, couldn't breathe. I don't even remember what the scene was,
It was
but
yeah, Dave Franco and, Zac Efron are in there, and she's trying to talk to them, and she's like, "Well, you guys are both very handsome, so, that'll take you very far, but you need to get your education." And, she says something to them, and Dave Franco's like, "This is a real roller coaster of emotions right here."
yeah.
But then, like, they're sitting there, and she's like, "Yeah, and, I'm gonna have to kick you out of school." They start lifting up their shirts to show her their abs, and they're just, like, leaning back like it's all casual. It was just a really funny scene. And just her kind of witty, sarcastic responses to them, like very dry responses. I
Mhm.
would love to see a story of her just being the dean of that school.
Yeah, actually, that would be I would watch that
Hmm
100%. I think that would be
I like
great.
Lisa Kudrow. Is there a sequel coming up to The Comeback, or are they just showing that on HBO more?
I
I
don't
don't know.
know. I think they're doing it. I think they're doing a sequel to it.
She was great in Time Bandits, too.
hmm She's great in everything she does. She's awesome. She was in Easy A. She
Yeah,
was good in that.
that's a great movie.
I love
I could
that
do a
movie.
sequel for Easy A. I'd be
Yeah.
fine with that.
hmm
As long as Emma Stone keeps in the same lightness and doesn't get all A24 on us.
Yeah. So another sequel that I had in mind, and I had mentioned it in our text chat, Evolution should have gotten a sequel. I would have
That's a great
loved
movie.
I would have loved to have seen a sequel, and it didn't do well, which is such a shame. It was the same. Basically everybody was the same that created Ghostbusters. Ivan Reitman, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, they were all a part of it, and the movie was fun. It had like '90s iconic actors. You had Dave Duchovny, you had Sean William Scott, you had Orlando Jones. And what is Orlando Jones doing nowadays? Because he was the it man for a while. He was
I
fucking
feel
the bomb.
I think he's one of those guys that's doing a lot of like superhero cartoons.
He could be. He was good though. Like, and you just saw his range. Like, he started off as the Seven Up Yours guy, and
Mhm.
then he did some comedy stuff, but then he did very serious stuff like Drumline, and you were like, man, like this guy has some real talent. And I hope he makes a comeback because he was awesome. And I
Mm.
loved everything he did. But the movie,
Evolution was
it's
a good movie.
yeah, Evolution was great, and I
Tuka
mean,
tuka.
I think we've discovered that caca and tuki don't work. It's
Steph,
so good.
you've got sailboat eyes. They're going back and forth. Have you seen Evolution?
No.
It was a
Oh,
great, great
it's
movie.
only for poor people, Adam.
Yes, only
Only
poor,
poor people
us
watch
poor
Dave.
people.
Also, you called him Dave Duchovny, like your friends.
Yeah,
That's Dave,
yeah, it's good old Dave Duchovny.
Agent Mulder. Me and Dave.
He, and that's another guy. Again, these were all like really great actors. I'm always upset that Sean William Scott doesn't get more work. He's done some really good movies. It is people always relate him back to American Pie, and that might be what hurts him. But like,
Sure.
did you see the
Stifler's
movie?
iconic.
Did you see the movie
Goon.
Goon? Oh my God, you knew where I was going with it. So good, such a
That's
good
a great
movie.
fucking movie. Then you got a solid Liev Schreiber, performance.
Yeah,
That's a good fucking movie.
it's a
I liked
great
I liked
movie.
him a whole lot. Well, it's okay. So we got to do it. Then what are the best ones tonight that we've picked out of sequels?
Well, apparently all mine have been made, so I'm
Yeah,
out.
just throw a bunch of shit
That's
at the
not
wall,
true.
see
You
what
did have
sticks.
you. What were yours, Steph?
Lizzie McGuire,
Okay, it wasn't made. That was the thing. They
No,
said it could have been.
Interview with a Vampire,
Yes.
yeah, fail.
Cabin
Yeah.
in the Woods,
That's
Saltburn, which
you,
you guys
you're
haven't
that's
seen.
that's the one. Your brother's fucking. He's crazy about this. Okay, this one.
That one.
We're
Listen, that one. Like, it is a stretch, and I've 100% admitted it. But I will send you the video of that connection
send it
later.
to me. I
I
do
will send
drugs
it.
and watch shit before I go to bed.
Yeah.
It'll take the place of the search for Atlantis.
Yep.
You know what would make me feel better is if you guys watch Saltburn and we discuss it next week because I think it's really going to blow your minds.
Is it free on a streaming service right now?
I have
Ooh,
no
best
idea.
question.
I have
Best
no idea.
question.
Probably.
All right, I tell you what, I will watch Saltburn, and Adam will also watch Saltburn if we create a reel out of you challenging us and you get an X number of likes or shares or loves.
What do you want me to do?
Everything
What?
mostly. And could you also make us like a snacky and tuck
Want me to
us
make you
in?
a sandwich?
Yeah,
Make the
sandwich.
meatloaf, ma.
Alex, Alex,
I don't know what she's doing back there.
Alex, I feel bad. You only had the one sequel, and I ruined it. Did you have another one?
It's one that you guys have never heard of. Robot
Crybaby?
Jocks.
No, I have not heard of that.
That is a super niche mid to early 90s, basically Pacific Rim without the monsters, without the kaiju. It's countries don't go to war anymore. They just create very large multi-story robots that fight each other.
Yeah.
And I always
Okay.
thought that was kind of a fun concept.
All right. Well, I think we've gone through enough sequels and prequels and what do we call the interquels?
Interquels?
Copyright.
Interquels? Copyright.
But
patent pending, motherfuckers.
That's right. So make sure you let us know in the comments some of your favorite sequels that you would love to see be made. And that's going to do it for us this week. And we'll catch you next week. Later.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Hey, don't we have a guest next week?
No.
No.
Do we?
Oh,
Wait, yes, we do. We do. We do have a guest next week.
Do what?
Promotion.
Oh my. Wait.
Isn't this like it's the other scary guy?
Did we confirm that?
Did we not confirm that?
Oh, I don't
Tune
remember.
in, check us out this week on Instagram and all those things and find out if we know what the fuck we're doing next week.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.